Angel Blue, and you're watching the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What is up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC. Joining me is that guy, Tommy.
Hello.
And we got Big Mike.
What's up, guys? 2024. We're coming to the end part. Let's go.
And that liner might be the last time I get to use that one.
We're going to have to get a new one.
Yeah.
We are, yes.
Updated version, if you will.
Today, and we'll talk about that in the wrestling news. We're going to touch on that today. We're going to talk all about Mission Pro Wrestling's Midsummer Blast, what was announced as the last event for Mission Pro for 2024, unless there's enough demand for a Silver Bell show, because those are always fun.
Unless I won the lottery by September.
Talk briefly about United 210 and whatever else is going on. So let's start with the wrestling news of that. If you don't know right now, what is up? Casey Blackrose already in there.
What's up?
Angel Marie, what's up?
Yeah, Angel, Casey. Also the current United 210 Heritage Champion.
Yep, which we'll talk briefly about. So
Casey's looking to go belt collecting. I like it.
Quickly with Angel Blue liner. Well, her name has changed. She's going by Angela Armstrong now, and she won a championship this past weekend.
Yeah.
Under that new moniker. So, I'm interested to see where this goes for her. I'm sure it'll be the same attitude, the same tormenting Tommy whenever she gets a chance. But
in one sense, Tommy doesn't have to worry about Angel Blue anymore.
Yeah.
No. I refuse to see it that way. Absolutely
Angel
not.
Blue will never bother you again.
No, that's not how this works. It's literally like if the supervillain just changes their name. It's the same villain.
Oh man, we gotta look at this. Jason and Doctor the Wife in the show. What's up,
Yeah,
guys?
what's up?
Yo.
Yeah,
Popular, guys.
This is crazy thinking about how long she has had that name, and for that to change, it's wild to see. It seems like a welcome change for her, though. At least,
Yeah, it's I think it's okay with us to share now that she had kind of told us that she was looking to do that a while back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She basically said she never really liked the name. It just kind of was given to her, and then she was wrestling. She got good, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, so yeah, I'm curious to see where it goes from here. Hopefully, this opens up a few doors, more opportunities as well, where she's going to wrestle too. So,
tell me, does this affect her announce weight at all? Do you know, is she still a bazillion?
Sweet baby Jesus, I hope it does, because I don't know when. I don't know if ever I'll get to.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to hear it or announce it ever again.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you totally want to do that because
I feel like you're lying to yourself.
One day, yeah.
One sweet day.
Yeah, Angel, still forever your name, buddy. In some way, just take off the A at the end, and you kind of have that. Yeah. Yeah. Any other wrestling news going on? I know it seems that Wesley has thrown himself into the World Championship or the NXT Championship picture. So,
what is going on in our chat?
Where did United 210 come from?
Yeah, sorry, you clicked on the wrong video. I mean, you're welcome to stay, United. We'd love to have you.
If you want me to demonstrate,
if you listen to us and you start hearing this better because you're pulling thumbtacks out, then it's working.
Also, I don't know. Sometimes on my TikTok, I get the thing for that ear cleaner from the TikTok store. So I don't know. Maybe try that.
Yeah, TikTok store's got some good shit. So
hydrogen peroxide. Always keep it handy though for this.
Or if you're old school Mexican, just get that paper, roll it up.
Yeah.
It on the end.
Or a car key. That works too. What?
Somehow that seems more dangerous than the paper fire. But
I know, but sometimes it actually works if you do it right.
Oh,
carefully. I'm not condoning it. I'm not a doctor. Don't seek me for advice.
What if you have one of those old, long skeleton feet?
Right.
This is getting off the rails fast. See what
It
you did,
really
United
is.
210?
Yeah, look, all the new people or the people in the chat, and we're just getting off the rails.
Anyway, thumbs up, thumbs down to heel Wesley, guys.
No, thumbs up.
Thumbs up?
Thumbs up. Yes.
Thumbs up. That turn took me. That was one of the few times in wrestling a heel turn took me by legitimate surprise. I was like, oh, oh.
And now that he's
Well.
thrown himself in with Joe Hendry and Ethan Page in part of this storyline, yeah.
Sorry,
Wait for it.
I was late
Okay.
on that. But no, and you know what else? You know what else I laughed at when he gave his reasons why he turned heel. I said, "What is it with people turning heel, giving valid reasons for the heel turn this year? Him, Hangman Page, Drew McIntyre. What is with these valid heel turn reasons?"
Speaking of
Another
valid
story.
for heel term, Dominic Mysterio, valid reasons for a breakup.
That's not valid. He's an idiot.
No,
He threw away the hot goth chick.
Don't-
He's an idiot.
don't-
I will never validate that.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
Morgan's
me
like
and Tommy
a
have
kid
already.
again, though. I mean, come on. So.
No,
me and Tommy have already talked about this, and he's an idiot.
First of all,
He's
he
just
went
not man enough. So
Yeah. First of all, he went to jail, not prison. There's a difference. Secondly, he just
That's
lost
true.
all hood credibility when the hot goth chick wanted him and he ditched her. No. And I'm one of the least hood people you'll ever meet. But I am taking away his hood card because he's lost it. No.
also,
He never had a hood card, dude.
Yeah,
You
He
know
said he
that.
was in prison.
It was a 24-hour hold.
That's
Jesus.
what I said. But everyone else said he was in prison.
it's hard for me
It was
to
county lockup.
take your hood cred seriously when you say tendies so much. Like
Yeah, that's-
I'm not
that's
against saying tendies, but
Yeah.
I'm also not trying to pretend to be hood. So
Real quick, Jason, I love you. I respect you as a person and your opinion.
Yeah,
You're wrong.
no,
You're absolutely
yeah.
wrong. I'm
Basically,
sorry.
Jason would have folded week 2 of the Liv Morgan Dom saga. That's basically what Jason's confirming right now.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't lie, Jason. You know it's true. So
Yeah. If you want other wrestling news, I can give you guys the quick standings on the
Tina's
G1.
in the chat.
oh yeah, Tina.
Tina's it. What, dude? I've never had. Wow, this is incredible.
Hello, my beautiful wife.
Hi,
Speaking of
Tina.
which, she may be on the show next week because
Yeah,
we'll be
yeah,
celebrating 6 years and our 300th episode too. So just keep that in mind.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah. Anyway.
In the G1, they've set the quarterfinals already.
Oh boy.
It's Shingo.
Explain to me how Jeff Cobb got screwed out of this. Just let me know.
He actually, you know what? He did. I think he lost his very last
Are
match.
you
Yeah.
freaking kidding me?
Yoda Tsuji beat him.
Okay.
Angel!
See, so Angel folded 2
Angel!
seconds
She
with
said,
Liv Morgan.
I folded 2 seconds.
Wow, Angel.
Young lady, go to bed.
Damn,
Oh.
Jason!
Yeah, you know.
No, I'm sorry, Jason. Got to disagree.
Hey, to
Yeah,
each
I
their
gotta
own.
disagree.
If
Yeah.
Mike, Tommy, if that's what y'all are into, I'm not
Yeah.
here to judge you. But
First of
you know.
all, he ain't no king.
Yeah,
Alright.
no. He is a
Yeah.
pauper at best. You know what? No, you know what? I'll give him a little high. He is a count. I'll give him a count.
Okay.
Look, how
That's
how
it.
come all
Count of
these
Monte
guys
Cristo.
that claim to be
No,
alpha
he's not that
males and
cool.
big strong dudes can't handle the goth muscle mommy?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Get outta here.
And no, Jason, he can't be counted on a crystal. He's not that smooth.
Okay.
Maybe Ray was right. Maybe Ray is not the deadbeat dad that we thought.
I always
Yeah.
knew Ray was. No. See here, you know how I knew Ray was right from the start when that boy yelled at his mama to shut up. Nah, nope, that was how to whoop that ass. I don't give a damn. I was like, nope,
Chancla was coming for that one.
Then he
That's
messed
right.
with his sister, and
Yeah.
dude.
Speaking of things that should be an Olympic sport, chancla throwing. Yeah, that'd be great.
Actually, yo,
Hey, look.
that happens in enough cultures where you're not lying.
Yeah.
Angel, I realize we all have a lot of similarities here, but I mean,
Ooh.
I don't know
Okay.
how this, but Dom is now a big heel, almost as. I'm surprised you say that, Tina.
Yeah, I am too.
Only because of your Ms. Love.
Yeah. Now I don't disagree.
okay.
I think she's
I
right.
feel like he's
Look.
on the road, but it needs to stand the test of time.
Let me put it this way, like during Raw, usually Audie has her pitching lesson, so we're like missing the opening of it. On the way home, Tina's on TikTok. We're in the car ride listening to the segment and just finding out what this storyline is, like some of the most intriguing part of it, arguably on Raw, where SmackDown has the bloodline. We've got this. We've got the Dom, Rhea, Liv, Judgment Day whole ordeal right there. So
Yeah.
but that going back and forth, I mean, Dom just doesn't go deep enough, and
that was good. That was
yes.
hilarious.
So
the hug and grabbing him as he jumped was like one of my favorite things I've
yes,
seen in wrestling in my life.
Someone has already put it to Dumb Ways to Die on TikTok, and it fits perfectly. And it fits perfectly because why? Why were you that dumb, Dom?
yeah. Like, what were you trying to prove? What was that point? Yeah. So,
Okay.
Depending
Yeah.
on the level of skill.
Wow. Wow. We've only been on for like 5
Black
minutes.
the
and this
Wax,
has
we
gone
need
off
you
the
in
rail
here more
fast.
often, man.
Yeah.
We need you guys to jump in the chat more often because this is hilarious.
Yeah, we'll see where this goes. In a couple weeks, we got another WWE pay-per-view in Berlin, and NXT is like solely attached to that as well. So
Yeah.
see where this scrolls. See if this is going to. Obviously, I'm assuming this is going to go the mixed tag route at this point.
Oh, I think it's our.
Yeah. Did they already confirm that?
Yeah. It's at Bash in Berlin.
So, yeah,
Bash
right?
in Berlin.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, real quick, before we go on, Shingo and Great-O-Khan quarterfinals, Konosuke Takeshita and Yota Tsuji, and whoever wins those matches, they go on to face Zack Sabre Jr. and David Finlay respectively because they've cleared both their blocks. Sabre only lost one match in the entire tournament.
I have a feeling Mike has a strong opinion about why Jeff Cobb is not in this. I might probably agree with him, but we'll save that for the 1 minute warning. Unless you have something else you're going to say and you want to talk now. Mike.
No, is it even worth saying? It's.
They don't love Gaijin. That's what it is. It's the Japan thing, I guess.
But
Zack Sabre Jr. and David Finlay are in the semifinals.
Yeah, but they've been there long enough. They're practically Japanese. That's the problem.
So is Jeff Cobb!
I was gonna say
Okay.
Jeff Cobb is closer to Japan than some of the other guys.
Yeah, but they look at him as like Polynesian, like, no, so.
But his island's closer than the others.
Look, we need an all Gaijin quarterfinal round, and then I'll take.
Oh, that's never gonna happen.
Okay, well,
that'll never happen.
Yeah, so.
I need Claudio to go and just.
At least Okada's not going to win it this year. So.
Damn, you really go JC.
You know what?
All right.
It hasn't ended yet. You know.
It's.
He can't show up and win it.
He's going to cash in on someone's spot.
I'm sorry. Did Brock Lesnar just not get thrown into a Money in the Bank for no reason? If they want to do it, they will do it.
Who's really leading New Japan? It was me all along.
Oh, God.
All right. Upcoming local events. We're going to talk about United 210, which is happening this Friday. Mission Pro is Saturday. Hybrid Experience on the 24th. We know that TNA Victory Road is on September 13th, is a Friday, and the next day they will be taping episodes of TNA Impact in town. RCW's next event is September 15th, which is the Sunday of the TNA weekend. And BOW, Branded Outlaw, November 9th is their last event for now that we know of. So, we'll see what the future is of that as well. Speaking of United 210, if you're still working on getting thumbtacks out of your ear, I hope you're still watching. But Mike, you got the list of matches there. What you got?
This is all the card. Dr. The Y for the rest of y'all. If I've missed something, let me know.
Yeah.
Or if United, if you're still in there, Stash. So what I have in no particular order, just because of what I saw off the post, there's an end of the line gauntlet with Baracho versus Brick Savage versus Jack Calloway versus Decimus versus Razgo.
Brian, we're gonna get to that.
Damn.
Yeah, we saw.
Okay.
We'll
I
bring that
fear
up
when we start previewing matches, he's gonna pop in. Nope, that one's not happening. So we'll figure it out. Stay with us, Brian.
Yeah, just let us know. And then another one that I think we're looking forward to for a few reasons here: a 6-person mixed tag as the Texas Kingdom, Stash, and Rob Love team with JL, who I believe is making her United 210 debut, or if not, she hasn't been there very often, versus the Texas Treats with Callie and Tita. So,
oh my God,
I'm behind. Where did that come from?
I don't know. Maybe some of the names you mentioned.
He just said it.
Yeah.
Oh, the Gauntlet match. Okay, Brick
yeah.
Savage.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Remember, they're on a little
Savage is all
delay.
you really
so.
need. You can just kind of
right there.
Yeah.
Man, if I go to this show, I'll be accused of summoning him again. Damn it.
Yes.
Damn it.
Oh, interesting.
Excellent. So it's beyond the 5 people. Angry. I mean, are there ever not angry wrestlers?
Well, I'll be on the show, so naturally they'll be
good
angry.
question.
I mean, there's a few, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so more than 5 people in that gauntlet. That should be interesting.
All right,
Yeah,
JL.
so JL is making her official debut, and I've got some exclusive intel that she might have a one-of-a-kind shirt by literally meaning just one. For those of you that don't know, we made the first unofficial JL shirt at the RCW show that was at the Hybrid Gym back on the St. Patty's Day show.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said, when was that? I forgot
Yeah,
already.
we're on the St. Patty's Day,
Yeah,
and
it
now
was.
there is a second edition that should be coming this Friday, but there's only one. So.
Mm-hmm.
There can be.
So
wow, Doc, really?
Oh Jesus.
What, Jason? I'm not going in. Oh, I'm not going in the ring. That's
I wouldn't call Tommy angry. Annoying, maybe.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not angry.
Yeah.
I'm not angry.
They want a piece of brick. So you have.
Who wants that? Why? Why would you want that?
Stash, I want to say this as honestly as possible. You may want to send those texts to like professional therapists. Because
Yes.
I feel like you may not be in your right mind if you want a piece of Brick Savage. That's just me. I don't know. I feel like they may need to talk to a mental health specialist because that just doesn't seem right. But I'll take your word for it. No. It's not versus Brick. Tommy summons Brick. Wherever Tommy's goes. According to Amanda and Milo, Tommy is the reason Brick shows up places.
I am not though.
I don't remember what the thing you do. We talked about the RCW show.
I don't summon Brick Savage.
Okay, let's see
Anyway.
what happens if you show up Friday. And
Jason.
A few other matches for United 210. I have a tag team match, the 8th Day versus Living in Fashion. I have Alex Arsenal versus Rilo King. And again, shout out to Alex Arsenal, who was a hit at the J Back to School Bash a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I replied, "Are you sure?" more than a few times. Well, you tried.
Yeah.
You tried. One I'm sure Tommy and many people are hyped for. Out of Stardom, we have, is it Hanako?
Yes.
Versus Key Vibes.
Interesting.
So apparently Hanako's a heel, from what I can tell, because she's got Key Vibes here, and I'm pretty sure at Hybrid she's teaming with Callie. And we know how Tommy feels about that.
Yeah,
so.
I'm trying to remember what faction she's in Stardom. Yeah, she's in Empress Nexus Venus, which is Mina Shirakawa's stable, and they're kind of heelish, because they're fashion models and whatnot. So
yeah.
I don't know why I vote just now.
Jason, Tommy doesn't calm them down. It just gives them something to beat on to release their anger.
This conversation is not at all going in the direction that I'm enjoying. Just I want that to be known.
And then there's 2 title matches going on, and they both seem to be triple threats. We have the United 210 Heritage title, which is currently on the waist or perhaps over the shoulder of Casey Blackrose. Casey, we're not sure if you're still there. Ooh, hold on. That tag match with Living in Fashion says if Living in Fashion lose, they can no longer challenge for the tag titles as long as 8th Day holds the title.
So it's
I did miss that.
It's a do or die type challenge. So
did the Camachos already lose them?
This is a show you weren't at.
Chicken wing.
Wow.
Chicken wing.
That's a callback for
Chicken
them.
wings jumping in. That's an awesome show tonight.
Like the show you weren't at. That's where they lost them because
Dude, summer I missed too many shows, and that's
because I said to the 8th Day, I yelled at the 8th Day, how does your religion work?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't expect cults to explain. To explain them.
Well, I just said, tell me about your people. Like how, like what do you believe in?
So as I was saying, United 210 Heritage title, Casey Blackrose, the champion, in a triple threat versus Pac Ortega and David Kidd. Casey's had a little bit of a rivalry with Pac there at United, and David. I don't know how we're talking about this Texas Wrestling Multiverse, but they had the match at RCW, and he was towing that line of really wanting to cheat. So it'd be interesting to see what happens here.
Casey,
And
if you're still
then,
in the chat, which one are you worried about more? Just gonna throw that question out there right now.
Yeah.
but that is twice the amount of backs to break. So just so that. Wow.
The wife's comment.
Yeah, I see it.
Jesus, it's gonna be a fun night. All right.
And then the
I
United.
tried the cult. I'm kidding.
I mean, you're going to be in the cult.
I'm kidding.
And then the United 210 Championship will also be a triple threat, which is Lil Evil versus Angel. Angel's still the champion, right?
Yeah.
Angel Camacho versus Teflon John, the former champion, who Angel took.
Oh, okay. So I can explain why it's a triple threat. So because last show Angel defended against Teflon John, but for some reason Lil Evil was on top of the shed back there and just started popping off fireworks. To which, by the way, all of us were confused for a solid minute. Like, why are the fireworks going? Until we saw he was up there, because it was getting dark, so you couldn't even really tell he was there.
Was the last show a 4th of July show, or what?
I think it was right after 4th.
Okay, so it's San Antonio, so you definitely have a supply that lasts the week before July 4th, the week after. So
a week, you're being generous.
Well, I am.
That supply lasts from June.
I live in like the suburbs of San Antonio, so it's a little more sophisticated. We only go a week before and after.
Must be nice. Anyway,
So yes, I plan to be at United this weekend. I haven't been to the last couple shows. Both major single championship matches are pivotal matches in the future.
Interesting.
I like that possibility.
Mm-hmm. What a good way to wrap up the first week of school on the South Side too. Good call there on United. Yeah, for booking it this week. So yeah.
Oh, that's why David Kidd's there. He just got out of class. Sorry.
Yeah, hopefully he's not too tired from his first week back.
Which reminds me, Stash, if you're still in there, obviously high school football season is going to be starting back up again soon. Are you still planning to have shows on Fridays, at least for the next couple of months while that's going on? Because obviously that might be an issue. So I don't know. Just throwing that out there. I don't know what your plans are, if you're going to move to Saturdays or what. So
better hope those Southside schools have good records, because if they start losing,
it won't matter. They still show up. Cardinal McCullum,
back to
South
United.
Sand. Yeah. We'll see.
Back to United.
I don't know, man. The high school preview, San Antonio's got some really good teams this year all around. So it's going to be interesting to see. Yeah. So.
Yeah. AJ, you start school next week. You've been doing the marching band practice out in the heat this whole time.
Ooh, Hell Week. Fun times.
Jeez Louise.
All right. Well, let's get into Mission Pro Wrestling's Midsummer Blast taking place this Saturday. Now, as has been announced, we talked about it last week. This is the last show for Mission Pro for the year 2024. The statement that they put out mentions that it sounds like it's a little hiatus. There's some reshuffling. I don't know what all we don't need to know all the details at this point. As fans, we just gotta hope the turnout is great. Oh wait, real quick on United 210. 2 more Friday shows for the season, and 2 of the football games are away. Okay, cool. So hopefully this will. If you're undecided about going to the show, go to the show Saturday. Plain and simple. And I'll talk more about. I'm more saying this in my 1 minute warning for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, in general, at least for the next 4 months, at least, it's the last time you're going to see some of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at the people in the chat, we're all part of the local wrestling community. And me and Tommy were talking about a little bit, like, it's going to suck that, like, not just the wrestlers, the announcers, the people that help out, the people that have been a part of, like, that's the last time we may see them for at least the end of the year. Who knows beyond that? So, definitely go, if you can, go check it out.
Gotta win the lottery.
Right. So as of now, there's 7 matches on the card, although 1 has been changed. Now, Brian, if you're still there, if any of these matches have changed, please let us know, because we don't know yet. Because as you said earlier in the chat, it seems like it's changing every hour on the card.
I do have some insider information on 1 match that I was
okay. I was thinking
okay. So. We'll start with Rashay Chanel versus Carolina Cruz, and breaking this is now for the Reality of Wrestling Championship.
Yeah.
Which Chanel is the current champion, right? Is that correct?
Yeah,
Who's the current
she
champ? Yeah,
just won it.
won it. Yeah.
she just won it. So she's going to be defending it against Carolina Cruz. Didn't see Chanel last show, so I'm kind of glad we're getting to see her this event. I mean, she's always fun to watch, just personality and everything.
Oh yeah.
So, but
That bougie
But also good for her, making waves over at ROW. That's huge for her.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, awesome. Yeah, Brian, if anything changes or has changed, please
Correct
give us
us
the
as we
insider
go.
info. Yes,
Yeah.
please do. But Tom, we'll start with you. Who do you got winning this one?
I'm not betting against Roche.
I think we're all going with Roche, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
because
just win the championship. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, aside from the obvious reasons, she's still the homie. So
yeah.
No, I mean,
Still happy. Thank you, Brian.
yeah, it's like she's always going to be the homie. So it's like, I'm proud of her. And she was even on Collision recently.
Nice.
She faced Tony Storm, I think. I think it was Tony Storm. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I'm not betting against my homie. I refuse. So as bougie and as silly and bougie as she is, she knows I love her. So it doesn't even matter. Yeah, she faced Tony Storm. It was kind of like just further the storyline. But yeah, she was on Collision the other day.
Okay.
Why is her rating so low on Cage Match? I am upset.
Because they know what they're talking about.
Go make
Screw all of you.
Go make a bunch of burner accounts.
Oh, don't think I won't. I am offended. Oh, all y'all are trash. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, but we're all with Russia. I think we're all.
We're all Roche.
Let's see here. Queen Uju versus Nahir Robles. We'll start talking about it here, but Mike, we'll start with you. What do you think? Who think's coming out with the win on this one?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't know as much about Nahir Robles, and Queen Uju has been a part of Mission Pro for quite a bit now. So I think I'm going to go with Queen Uju. I mean, she's got the power. She's got a lot going for her. It's weird because so often when we do these shows, we talk about the momentum you get.
That's what I was thinking too.
But now it's kind of like let's at least get that last win and see what happens.
Well, I mean, the way I'll look at it is obviously whoever walks away with championships out of this show is going to be the face of Mission Pro for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
However long it takes. I mean, at the earliest, January, February, maybe even when they're going to do a show again. So you're going to be obviously traveling with that championship.
That's what Izzy called already.
Yeah.
So she already put out a promo about she plans to take it around. I mean, obviously she's got to get through a match this weekend, but
she's got to get through it. The King Bees have to get through it. Shay Carmichael or whoever walks away with the Mission Pro Cup, how that's going to get involved. But even some of these matches that don't have any championship implications, they're still important because there's still names attached to Mission Pro that still mean something. And, they can still be really pushing it. If they're making a name for themselves elsewhere, when Mission Pro starts back up, they're going to be able to pull that audience back into that they build up. So, Mike goes Uju. I'm going Uju as well. I think she's been one of the rising stars coming to Mission Pro, and there's still got work to do. Tommy, what about you?
I'm going Uju. She's too impressive to bet against, really. So
all right. Let's see here. Mia Friday versus Rebel Kel. Mia we haven't seen in a little while. Rebel Kel I'm not too familiar with.
That's because I think Mia was too busy graduating high school, which by the way cannot make me possibly feel older. I mean it can, but it's just like she's already a champion. She's been to Japan and she had to be back in time to take her last English final. Dude, you know what that does to me mentally? God,
right. So
well, at least she was taking English. You like English.
I know. That's why. That was the first subject I went to, which I'm sure she probably passed with flying colors because she just seems like a smart person. So,
well, I'm going with Mia Friday to win this one. Tommy, what about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Mia Friday.
And
her college acceptance essay was surviving the harsh berating of Tommy at ringside, and she figured once he survived that, she can survive anything in life. So,
yeah.
I'm gonna go with Mia Friday too.
I don't like the show.
I just had to get out.
Well, from Brian, match of the night probability. I think a lot of these have that potential, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Next one.
That's kind of the common problem with Mission Pro shows. They all have that potential.
And with several of these being people we're not as familiar with, there's always that chance to come in and be like, boom, look at me.
Upset.
Yeah.
Well, the next one's featuring our homie that we're sponsoring, Denise Day, taking on Lynette Dallas. Yes, the announcement was put up there on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. We are sponsoring Denise Day for this match. Tina's excited. Her Laredo tag team partner. They're always, everything with that. Oh, match of the night probability. Yeah, I saw that. I think we're all picking Denise on this one.
Yep.
And this is especially important because I really want her to get her first official MPW win because technically the match she had last, was it a win? Where did she wrestle last?
Yeah, it was the Angel match last night.
Yeah.
That was technically a no contest.
Well, I know. Yeah, but she hasn't won.
She hasn't won. Yeah, it was a no contest. So looking for a win, number one officially, and I really hope it happens this weekend. So
you're on the same page.
Yeah. So all Denise, we're rooting for you. Maybe some talk blank afterward. We'll see. Yeah.
Win one, go for win one. Let's go.
Let's go. Mission Pro Cup Scramble. Here we go. Shay Carmichael is basically defending the cup against Olivia Rose, Nova Phoenix, Morgan Mercy, Jen Savani, London Dior, and any other name Brian throws in here in the chat once this delay finishes here. Yeah.
Brian, are you getting text messages about people that want to get this
going? Is that for the last match or?
I'm assuming he means Denise and Lynette.
Oh, interesting.
Wait.
Interesting. Oh, that's right.
What?
Does she have the championship, the wrestling shop and collectibles?
You're right.
Yeah, that's right. She did just win that. Congratulations, Denise, for that one too. So yeah. Jason saying Shay on this one. Tommy, I'm gonna let you pick this one first because there's a couple names in there that gave you shit about your picks last time.
Forget you, JC. Yeah, this pick is made completely out of pure fear. And I fully admit that this is entirely out of fear. Nova Phoenix or Morgan Mercy. That's who I'm picking. Yeah. And all of you out there who are saying you're only picking them because they terrify you. Yes. That's exactly why I'm picking one of them. Yes, they terrify me. I'm scared of them. Guess what? I have no shame. They can beat me up.
One replacement.
Brian, do you mean for this scramble?
I'm assuming for the scramble.
Yeah.
Can you tell us who? No. Let's see.
Well, first of all, I kind of don't want Shay to win, literally just because I want to see if she will give up the cup that she stole in the first place.
She technically isn't defending it. It's not hers.
I know. That's what I mean. So as much as people kind of want to lean toward she stole it, she really wants it, she should win it officially, I kind of want to see the opposite, where she doesn't, and will she actually give it up and what goes? And so I'm kind of with you, Tommy. If someone's going to do that, totally not because I'm scared of them, not the reason at all, because it would be funny to see Shay try to steal it back from her. I'm going to go with Morgan Mercy too.
Of course.
Okay.
Not because I'm scared. Not at all.
I'm scared. Doctor, I'm not angry. I'm terrified. There's a difference.
Yeah, I think some of y'all misunderstand angry Tommy. He's never really angry unless Callie's around. But
that's true.
Yeah, no, that's scared.
No. I say angry at him too. Good.
Okay.
There was he did splash water in my face that him yelled at each other a lot. So
you do have a death wish also. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, every man has a breaking point.
Tommy, you got the dice there?
Yeah.
I'm pulling the TNA on this one. So here we go. 1 through 6. See what happens.
As they're listed?
As they're listed.
Oops. 4.
Morgan Mercy.
Yeah. Well, if that's not fate, I don't know what is.
I don't know either, but these scrambles, anything can happen, so just roll the dice with it. So
Doc.
Damn, Dr.
Doc, let me explain something. For me to be afraid of her, I'd have to, first of all, she has to at least be chest length in height. She is not. So therefore, no, I'm not afraid of her. So
no, I mean, Tommy, you might
have a
fear
sign
the
idea
health
for
of
you.
your knees and ankles. So I mean, I think that's valid.
I have a sign idea from Tommy then.
Okay.
Must be this tall to yell at me. And just have it right there. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that sign. I
Yep.
might have to make that sign.
MPW. Well, speaking of MPW Tag Team Championship, the King Bees defending against the team Red Hot, which features Calientita and who's your tag partner's name? God, escapes me.
Ridley Thorne.
Ridley Thorne. So yeah. Well, Mike, I know you and Calientita are at a bit of a truce right now. You're civil.
And
Everything's
you know,
cool.
and I'm on pretty good terms with Ridley too,
Yeah.
and Celine. I hope she doesn't mind me saying Celine also showed up at the back to school bash, but was
Uh-huh.
actually helping with like the manual labor part of the handing out the stuff from the food bank. So shout out to her. I'll give her that.
Okay.
I think with this being the last show, there's got to be something that comes out of nowhere or that's a little more surprising, I guess. And this is going to be it. I'm going to pick Red Hot for the upset.
Wow.
Angel. What if I want to yell at Tommy because I can't because I'm shorter than Callie?
Stand on a chair. I mean, so.
I mean,
First
you're
of
only
all, Angel, would you ever really yell at Tommy?
Angel, you're only shorter than Callie for now. And also, Doctor the Wife, as far as the hottest pepper thing, that's because those are the most acidic. And yes, Callie is a little batch of acid. I agree with that.
So, Tommy, you're picking Calientita too? And,
Hell no!
Hell
King
to the
Bees
no.
all day, baby.
To the
Yeah.
no.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell
Look.
to the no. Hell to the no, no.
Calientita is a great talent. She's
Jackass,
definitely
you're
come
right.
up. Okay. Love the
Both
improvements
can
she's had
be
in the
true.
ring,
This
especially
both
from the
can be
interview
true.
you guys had, learning her backstory, how much she's improved and everything. It's pretty awesome.
I say again, I've never said she's a bad wrestler. She's a terrible person. There is a
true.
difference.
He's not wrong.
But this is the King Bees we're talking about here, and they're at this point they're damn near unstoppable. I would put them up against any tag team, women's tag team there is out there, including the ones you see on national TV right now. So,
What did, I didn't even do
Yeah.
anything to her.
it's just for fun.
Look, you know, in all fairness, Tommy, I feel like as a fan, she just wants to join in with what all the wrestlers do. It makes you feel a part of the group. Where everyone yells at Tommy.
That's true. Okay, but real quick before we go on, Brian just asked a very important question, and I actually do have an answer.
Okay.
Captains on Saturday.
If Morgan or Nova win, yes, because I fully believe when they say they're going to cash in for the tag title. So if one of them wins, I am 1,000% positive they'll be cashing in that night.
I mean,
Interesting.
in a sense, don't you almost have to like feel like you might as well because there's uncertainty afterwards?
I will say if that scramble opens the show, then there was a very good possibility.
I don't even care if it opens the show. I just feel like
Yeah.
it's just going to happen regardless, even if it's right before.
Yeah. Well, either way, I'm taking the King Bees. They're just an unstoppable tag team right now. Like I said, I argue they're the best tag team, women's tag team out there, including the ones you see on WWE.
What about Pure Frozen? What was the new?
Pure Fusion Collective.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I guess I'm one of the few people I actually like that name.
Who was that again? I'm sorry.
It's
Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and
Zoe Stark.
Oh,
Zoe Stark.
faction. That's
Former
true.
Mission Pro alumni.
Yeah,
Zoe Stark, if you
That's
will.
true. That's just a dream match at this point because that team looks really good too. So,
Yeah.
but King Bees are champions for a reason. They hold the NWA tag titles right now too. So yeah. Oh Jesus.
Frenzy, I got it.
Okay, God dang it. Go ahead.
If you ever pick Kelly, I'm taking him to the hospital.
Well, you're paying the hospital bill too. It's going to be a big one, I'm sure. So, yeah.
You know, at least if it was in Canada or some other country, it'd be free. But
Yeah. All right, and finally, the Mission Pro Wrestling Championship. Jesus.
Tommy, you're my bud, but if Angela tells me to say you're a floppy donkey butt or something.
I really do hate this show. I don't know why I do it every week. I absolutely hate this
Okay,
show.
I'm also not going to lie. It took me more seconds than I admitted to be like, which Angela? What, Angela? Oh.
Yeah, got to get used to the new name.
Yeah,
Right?
I know.
So, yeah.
No, the second she said the last part of that statement, I knew exactly what she was talking about.
Yeah.
I hate
Well, yeah,
this
the
show.
floppy donkey butt. I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I hate the show. I like.
Anyway, Izzy Moreno was supposed to be defending this against La Rosa Negra, but was
Versus
recently announced.
TBD.
Well, now it's to be determined.
I'm so sad. Don't La Rosa Negra.
Basically, La Rosa Negra. Yes, Tommy, I know this saved you the heartache of having to pick between these two.
By the way, you know, it's funny you bring that up because I'm glad you mentioned that. By the way, I wasn't gonna pick. I'm not kidding. I wasn't gonna pick. If like when we got to this point, I legitimately was not picking. There was nothing you could have said that was gonna make me.
Oh,
I was not
internet
picking.
problems. Yeah. So,
Izzy, if you watch this later, you may need to take back those bracelets. I don't know. He was.
I don't know. It's pretty messed up. Anyway, so due to some
Maybe
unforeseen
DDP
circumstances,
maybe
La
Dr.
Rosa
Dwight,
Negra
maybe
is
DDP.
not going to be able to wrestle this weekend with Mission Pro Wrestling. Hope everything is okay. If it is something family related or health
First and
related,
foremost, in all
please.
seriousness,
That's
we all hope that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
hope she's okay. I'm just sad. But yeah.
So what we know is that Izzy is defending the championship with an opponent that's going to be announced by Thunder Rosa Saturday night.
Saturday.
Me personally, I hope it's Thunder Rosa.
It
With the
would
way
be kind
this
of poignant.
with the way this storyline is going, the way that it has been going, I'm sure this was eventually building up to that by the end of the year. Well, not that this is the last show of the year, it would make the most sense. Especially when you look at God, it was a year ago she made her debut at Mission Pro, her pro wrestling debut. Yeah, it's been a year. Even the lead up to that, the months before that, you know, Izzy was a regular on Busted Open Radio. Thunder Rosa called in and said, "When you're ready to have your first match, let's do it at Mission Pro," and she was all down for that. So, you know, while we could say kayfabe storyline, yeah, this whole thing, like she's not ready for that. Deep down, Thunder has always seen something in Izzy, and has been lucky enough to be able to have the events that's essentially made her a star. So,
yeah.
But I'm hoping it's Thunder, regardless of who it is. That championship is staying on Izzy Moreno. So that's.
I'll agree with that.
I'll agree with that too. Me too. I'm in.
Yeah. And let's say it's not Thunder though. To be determined. Do you feel they're as strong as Vacant? I mean, Vacant is a gold magnet. They've won more titles than anyone in the history of wrestling. But
that's crazy.
I know, but
I feel it's like on the way there.
But Vacant's schedule is always so crazy though. I thought Vacant would have another booking, or I mean, unless they were able to call them in time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying Vacant always has a booking though.
There's only one other person I think it could be, and that's Maya World. Yeah.
Damn!
You need to get your mom on the show.
Yo!
Yeah.
Your mom rocks.
Yeah.
I mean, this does not shock me coming from a Mexican mom, but damn.
But still, your mom rocks. Like seriously, Angel. For sure.
But yeah, if it's not Thunder, Maya World seems to make the most sense here as well. It is another loss on Izzy's record. She has not avenged, and Maya still has not lost in singles action on Mission Pro. So something's got to give, right? You know, so
something's got to give. Okay.
Okay, real quick. This just made me think of something, and Tommy, I know you enjoyed this. So first of all, you know, shout out to Jeremiah who works with MPW, but he put a post out earlier this week. And he had a picture of the former Mission Pro champions, basically asking who was your favorite. Except in the initial post, he forgot to add a picture of Jasmine. And if you know your Mission Pro history, she is technically a former champion for about 5 minutes.
Still counts.
So we had to jump on that. He did go back and correct the post and add her in. But I know Tommy appreciates the fact. Another person who loves Tommy so much. Tommy's getting a little too happy at the moment, so I feel like we got to bring this back out.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, there it is for sure.
The former Angel Blue, now Angela Armstrong.
Hate this picture.
And Jasmine Allure.
What are the chances Jasmine Allure is his opponent?
Oh God!
Oh man,
it's a possibility.
That's another. I mean, a year ago that was Izzy's first match, so I mean, you never know.
Right?
So yeah. So
again,
so I would have to go from La Rosa Negra to Jasmine Allure. My disappointment would be immeasurable, and my life would be ruined.
Tommy, think about this, because this is just, if that happens, that is another title match that Jasmine loses.
I mean, yeah, but then I have to deal with her just being in my vicinity, period, which would be annoying.
Angel. I'm going to be as the opponent. I'm just going to let her win. Well, Jason, I wasn't there. I round up to 5 minutes to be nice. It may have been less than 5. I
It's one of
watched
those when
it
you
once.
fill the form out, you have to round up to the nearest five or something.
I watched it once, and it was not long.
All right. Well, Mission Pro Wrestling's Midsummer Blast, Saturday, August 17th, 6 p.m. Central Time. VIP opens at 5 p.m. at the Salvation Army Mission Corps, 3802 Southwest Military Drive. You can visit Mission Pro Wrestling's website or go to Eventbrite and search for tickets. They're still available. I'm pretty sure Front Row has sold out by now. If for whatever reason you're not able to attend, go to Title Match Network, watch it live. And if I'm not mistaken, right now, if you use the code Title Match, you get 25% off for new memberships to the premium subscription. Yeah.
Cool.
So, worth the money. Jump on that if you can, for sure. So.
And I will say, in the weeks leading up to it, I think people should start posting some of their favorite Mission Pro memories and let them know who their favorite has been. Brian in the chat, spoiler alert.
Damn it!
Just... Ooh, is it Blank Man?
Yo, that would be pretty true.
Yeah,
that's an underrated classic, by the way. That Meteor Man, Hood Classics.
Yeah, that's he's gonna. Oh, he's internet problems. He's probably not gonna reveal it.
He's probably not.
He's messing with you people.
So, come on, Brian.
If you get the match, you are not allowed to use band instruments. It's not a no DQ match.
It's not a tuba. Instead of not a tumor, it's not a tuba.
What?
Sorry.
Nice
joke. Thank you.
Golf clap for that one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I would golf clap if I wasn't too busy shaking my head. So.
All right. Well, with that, we'll get into our 1 minute warning segment here. Mike, you got something this week?
Yeah, and I don't remember if I said this. I don't know. I'm gonna say it again, even if I didn't.
All right, go for it, dude.
I think I did say this last week, but again, I just want to say thank you to Mission Pro, all the people involved with Mission Pro. As I said, it brought me back to indie wrestling as I was coming out of some difficult stuff I was dealing with, and it was awesome. It brought me back to the local indie scene. I had a really good record for about 2 years of not missing a show. Until, of course, the one where Izzy gets the title shot, and it was Father's Day weekend, I believe. I still made it for Izzy to actually win the match. Literally, I showed up at the end. But yeah, so thanks to Mission Pro. I know this is the end for this year. I hope, among anything, it's not the end forever, because it would be a great loss. But thank you again to everyone involved. And I don't just mean the wrestlers. I don't just mean Thunder and Brian and Jared. Everyone involved, Emily, everyone who's been involved, done stuff with them. Thank y'all. We really do appreciate it. And we hope to see y'all again after this weekend.
Yep. What's the name of the lady who helps us get the interviews? What was her name?
Trenda.
She's awesome too.
Yes.
I knew her name, but couldn't remember.
And 15 more names I know we're not saying or forgetting, but
yeah, for sure.
Thank you, all of you.
Yeah. Tommy, you got anything this week?
Yeah, I do.
All right, go for it, sir.
This is a shout out to friend of the WrestleCast, friend of all of us, Ileana, because she is killing it right now. She has been getting just notoriety left, right, and sideways. Booker T even called. They say we probably won't have her around too much longer because she's bound to get picked up. But no, she's just been really killing it lately, and it's been awesome to see. So just super proud of her, and congrats on all your success. But also, since I have some time left, I'll echo what Mike said. To everyone at Mission Pro, I've been one of the reasons I started going, of course, being local wrestling is because of Mission Pro. I finally got to meet the Rosa Negra, because I've been a fan of her since about 2013. 2012, something like that, probably before that. And so I had never got to see her live, and they brought her. It was amazing getting to meet her, getting to talk to her several times, seeing her win the title, taking so many pictures with her. I regret nothing. And so, yeah, just thanks to Mission Pro. And I refuse to believe this is the end. I am just going to believe with my heart of hearts this is a, hiatus, and they'll be back. And again, I need to win the lottery. So, yeah.
All right.
But you're not the A. That's what I'm talking about, Brian.
Yeah, Brian, I've never been worried about that. First off, my experience with Mission Pro has only been for about a year. Obviously, with the beauty shows, with the pandemic going on, had it not been for Mission Pro, I never would have gotten a video message from Big Swole. Thank you, Tommy, for that, by the way, about a fellow Crohn's disease warrior as well.
Happy to help.
But I'm not worried about Mission Pro from this. We've been around this wrestling independent scene for a long time. And let's be honest with you, the modern standard right now for a local show in San Antonio is River City Wrestling.
Yeah.
And as long as they've been around, they've had their fair share of hiatuses.
Yeah.
Sometimes a year, maybe a couple, maybe a few months at a time. But they've taken a break as well for many reasons. And it's okay. And that's the struggle of running a wrestling promotion. Sometimes you have to do this. Not every promotion you go to is going to be on the level of WWE, AEW, TNA, where they can run every week. It's a big undertaking, and I respect everyone that's able to do that. Brian, Thunder, Clint with BOW, Brandon Oliver, obviously with RCW. But regardless of whether it's here or not, there's a lot of memories you just never lose. Yes, ACW, it's not around, but thank you, Ladder, rest in peace. Thank you, Darren Childs, for bringing that to us.
Yeah.
I have a lot of memories of going to ACW shows as well. So
I think it's technically around under new ownership. No,
under ownership, yeah.
Under Heart of Texas.
Right, not as the way we do it. So yeah.
Yeah, and I say Ladder and Darren, thank you again. Also to Rachel for that, wherever you are. I do miss you. Would love to,
we miss you.
just to chat with you, whether it's on camera or not.
That's another reason I would want to win. I'd book a show and I'd say, you name your price to just come to the show. You don't have to wrestle on it. Just be there. And I will
pay you to be a fan there.
Yeah, but,
dude, I'm not even joking. I will pay you to come to the show. It's like, can I bring my family? How many is that?
For everyone worried about Mission Pro, no, they're gonna be okay. It's just a little break. Maybe they got some stuff they got to do, and that's okay.
Yep.
But if you really want to support, show up Saturday. Yeah. Show up. Be in the crowd. Be loud. Be crazy. Because that means a lot to show, hey, there's still a huge fan base here. And yes, these championships are not going away. They're going to be defended everywhere. Whether it's the King Bees retaining them, they're going to be traveling all over. Whether, God forbid, get red hot for God Tommy's. I'm saying that for Tommy.
There's not enough blood pressure medication on this hemisphere.
Tommy, if they win that, you know how many belts he's gonna have to shove in your face now?
Do you know? I won't leave the building, but after the 1, 2, 3, I'm at least gonna go outside to scream at the sky. I'm gonna be the old man screams at the sky.
And this wrestling is what it's all about. Because I can honestly say, if I had never gone to an RCW show, I never would have met my wife.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you can insert.
I thought I was going to say you, Tommy. Sorry.
No, well, Tommy too. But it's
no one remembers meeting me.
Yes.
There's a lot. That's what wrestling is, especially it's independent. It's a community. It's a brotherhood, a sisterhood, just a fanhood. Just people getting together, watching what they love, cheering, having fun. With everything that goes on in our lives, it's a great stress relief. It's worth the money you pay. And just. To let my kid go loud and crazy because he doesn't really get to do it at home as much because he's too loud sometimes. But it's a blast, and thank you for that. I'm not worried, Brian. I know you guys are going to be back and be stronger, and maybe this is a little factory reset. You guys got something planned. Yeah. But like I said, if I said RCW could be the standard right now, there were times where they sometimes struggled to fill up their arena. Now, you have a hard enough time just buying a ticket.
I mean, it is crazy to think that once upon a time, the only fans in the crowd were like the three of us and people we had with us,
Yeah, but if there is
a bunch of hybrid wrestlers.
If there is anything I miss, I just miss being able to text Brandon and say, "Hey, here's how many tickets I need. Can you hold them for the door?" I'm sick of paying service fees. I really am. I'm tired of it. So I do miss the days where I could just text Brandon and say, "Hey, here's my name. Here's how many tickets I need." And he'll have it ready for me.
If you're tired of service fees, let us tell you about TNA.
Yeah,
I'm still. I mean, you guys are gonna tease me for this, but I might have a hookup for that show, so I'm waiting till we get closer.
Of course you would.
I don't. Stop it.
Hold on. Do we need to reiterate or bring back? Did we make that?
Tommy gets in free.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever made it.
No, we did.
We did. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's it. That's right. Yeah.
I thought we did, but I wasn't gonna confirm it if we did or not. But anyway.
If you do, I hope you got us all a hookup.
I'm waiting to hear back. And
Okay.
Hey,
Bernsey.
Bernsey.
Yeah, also along the same lines with what JC's saying and this and what Angel said, Bernsey, like I'm looking at the chat tonight,
Mhm.
like half the people that have been in here, I probably would have not known if not for Mission Pro
Yeah.
and the indie and the local wrestling scene. Bernsey, Michael May, Angel, a bunch of our regulars. Well, Jason, I guess I knew you from other days. But
Yeah.
yeah, and just to reiterate what JC says, that's what it's been about. The community,
Well,
the group, the people you meet. Denise Day that we're cool with now. Black
and
Swan, who hasn't been back in a while and is blown up on her own on other stuff.
yeah,
Yep.
but like I was kind of going to mention that, like, think about the people we made who, I mean, I don't think it's wrong for us to say that we've made legit friends with, like Black Swan, and I think she would have been here anyway. But think about like what it's been like to have Izzy around because of Mission Pro, and be able to call her and her family friends, and then honest, and I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like we have legit friends in the Mission Pro stuff. Like I feel like Brian, we can call a friend. Jeremiah, of course, and things like that. Thunder to an extent when she doesn't want to hit. Well, she also wants to hit me.
That's you, yeah.
Well, I don't know, Mike. You booed her before too. She's wanted to hit you too.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I feel like we've had legit friends all throughout Mission Pro. So it's that's always the sad thing when a promotion, when a local promotion goes on hiatus, is like it's not just the wrestling we miss anymore. It's the people we met because of it. Like not just the fan, but like you walk in, you see people who work the door, who are helping organize it. You're like, hey, how you doing? Like, oh shoot, like Tusslemania. Like we got to know that guy.
Oh yeah.
And all the pictures he takes, and we got to hang out with him, and he's a great, cool guy to hang out with. Brian is a very cool guy to talk to. So it's really just we're sad it's going away for a while, but like I said, it'll be back. It's just we're bummed, but it's gonna be back.
Yeah, it will be, and wherever Izzy's wrestling, I'm sure we'll be there because it's I got kids that just love it, and that's my daughter's favorite wrestler. So
we talked about that before, but again, to reiterate, if we go back to like 2014 or 15, us when we're watching that NXT Brooklyn or whatever, and be like, hey, the Bailey superfan that they're always showing and that Shasta Banks messes with, you're gonna be friends with her and her family in about 6, 7, 8 years.
yeah, who knows?
Who would have ever thought that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sure.
Or like, hey, you guys are gonna be friends with an actual ballerina wrestler. What? That's crazy talk.
Yeah.
And you're gonna cheer for her in a casket match too, by the way. So yeah.
Great, one of the greatest
best
moments.
video clip I have.
Oh my
Hey,
god!
match SOB.
Oh man, when she closed that lid.
Dare I say, you're talking about memorable matches. Somebody earlier put Holodead versus Genocide on the chat. That casket match for sure.
That was like, I think that was my wife's first Mission Pro show, dude.
Nice.
No, but that wasn't.
That wasn't the casket match though.
That wasn't Holodead though.
No, in Buddha, yes, it was.
Oh, but not the casket match.
Not the casket match.
No, I'm just saying in general. Like that's
but
what's out to me for the last year. Yeah. So, all right. Well, once again, MPW Midsummer Blast is Saturday, August 17th, 6 p.m. Central Time. VIP opens at 5. Salvation Army Mission Corps, 3802 Southwest Military Drive. Visit Mission Pro Wrestling website or Eventbrite for ticket information. If not able to attend, again, Title Match Network will stream it live. Use the coupon code Title Match for 25% off for new members only if you don't have a Title Match Network subscription already. So
flood social media with Mission Pro love.
For sure. And again, whoever walks away with these, whoever you see this weekend, follow them, see what they're doing, because I guarantee you, when Mission Pro comes back, you're going to see a lot of these people back here again, and they're going to be tearing it up. So. Next week for us, guys, it is episode. Well, first of all, we're going to recap what we talked about today. We're going to preview AEW All In, and we'll be celebrating not only our 300th episode, but also our 6-year anniversary, which, if you're wondering when our actual 6-year anniversary is, it's this Saturday, August 17th. 2018 was the very first episode of the WrestleCast was published.
6 years. Jeez Louise.
So,
do I have to leave the cast until?
No, you're fine. But for sure, we wanted to just kind of throw it all together. Man, nice, Ted. We're gonna throw it all together as far as the 300 episode and a 6-year anniversary celebration.
Yeah.
On next week's show. So.
Yeah. Ted, you
Yeah.
suck. Anyway.
I think the better question is, will Tommy be beat up on Saturday? Be there to find out.
Yeah.
I really hope I'm not, but then again, anytime I go to a wrestling show, there's a chance I'll get beat up. So
It's well above 50% at every show you go to.
you're being nice. It's above 70 every show I go to.
And as mentioned, my wife, my beautiful wife Tina, will be on the show next week. As part of the celebration too, as well. So 300.
I don't know what else to do.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. Over here, we got Tommy.
Thanks, guys.
We got Mike.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
And I'm JC. Enjoy MPW's Midsummer Blast. Enjoy United 210. Just enjoy wrestling. And as always, heels and babyface, remember, pro wrestling is real.
People
are
fake.
fake.
Reach for the sky, boy.
Talk to you next week.
Adios, Gunther.
Do